The following is a presentation of Region 11 Spring Sports on 107.7 FM and CacheValleyDaily.com. This broadcast of Region 11 Sports is brought to you by Cache Valley Daily and the Cache Valley Media Group, covering the Skyview Bobcats, Green Canyon Wolves, Logan Grizzlies, Bear River Bears, Ridgeline Riverhawks, and Mountain Crest Mustangs. Now, it's time for Region 11 Sports on 107.7 FM and CacheValleyDaily.com.
Welcome back, Wolfpack, and welcome in Logan Grizzlies. We are proud to bring you another edition of Region 11 Spring Sports here on 100.9 Light FM and CacheValleyDaily.com. I'm Stockton Jukes, joined by Preston Rice up here for some more boys lacrosse as the Green Canyon Wolves, after a 1-0 start to their Region 11 schedule, will host the Logan Grizzlies. Preston, good to be back up here with you. How are we feeling about today's matchup after what you saw from Green Canyon on Wednesday?
Well, if Logan wants to be able to be in this game, they're going to definitely have to shut down that in-your-face offense that Green Canyon definitely puts in there. If Logan can do that today, they'll definitely be able to get into the game today.
Now, we were talking a little bit before the game, concerns about Logan's passing game perhaps, and obviously Green Canyon very good on defense, breaking out of the zone, quick offensive possessions. What do you think the key is going to be for Logan to limit those errors, limit those turnovers today?
Logan's definitely going to have to be able to do those loose ball pickups. If they can do those loose ball pickups, they should be able to be in the game today. If Green Canyon just is able to be in their face and constantly keep attacking like Green Canyon can, you know, Green Canyon definitely smells blood in the water whenever they play, and they definitely will show it at the end of the game.
Once again, this is Region 11 Spring Sports on 100.9 Light FM. Our video streaming on CacheValleyDaily.com and on YouTube. Your video experience is powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. You can expect specific guidance from advisors who adhere to principles of honesty, professionalism, and integrity. Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com. Just about time for our opening face-off. Let's take a look at the uniform check brought to you by the Logo Shop. They really can put your logo on just about anything. Green Canyon sticking with those home whites, black shorts, and the chrome helmets. Logan Grizzlies in the all blacks, head to toe today. Time to go to center. Baxter Martin, excuse me, no, that's not Baxter. It is Baxter Martin on the face-off, and he wins another one after going nearly perfect from the dot on Wednesday. Green Canyon going to start off with the ball, and we are underway. Wolves going to hang out on that far side of the box. No, quick shot from Baxter Martin. Bounces past the goalie. It looks like it got touched by Merrill. But they are going to give it back to Green Canyon after the shot attempt.
I have a feeling that shot was basically to see what Logan was going to be able to do. And, again, I'll say it and sound like a broken record. If Green Canyon smells blood in the water, they're just going to take it.
Just about 30 seconds, 40 seconds down now as the Grizzlies break into their offensive zone, establish possession. It's Ethan Wright. He does just about everything for this Logan Grizzlies offense. As he whips that one in, it's going to be pulled wide right. Clock down to 11:05 and running as Logan Grizzlies will bring it back into play.
I got to tell you, every single time I see somebody do a sidearm shot, it doesn't anger me, but at the same time, I just come from a different era of lacrosse. Over-the-shoulder shots is more accurate in my opinion, and these days I just see a lot of sidearms, and that's what number 11 did, and it shows right there.
Again, the Grizzlies trying to attack from that far side stand-up defense from Green Canyon. On the ball, Chase Rowley. Passing back to the near side now, near hash marks, dropping back to the 30-yard line. Grizzlies trying to get something going. Corrals that pass in on the 10, drops to the 5, now back behind the goal. Green Canyon saw a lot of this circular passing out of Skyview on Wednesday, dealt with it well, and they get another turnover there with Rowley. He's going to break through midfield, has a lot of speed, and he's going to establish possession for the Wolves. Quick pass, a little bit low through the legs, I believe, of Max Brunson, who had 4 goals against Skyview on Wednesday.
Yeah, if Logan wants to be in this game, they're definitely going to have to push a little
bad
harder.
Pass, gets past the goaltender for the Grizzlies, and he just flicks that one up into the air away from danger. It'll be scooped up. The Grizzlies have to try and break from midfield. Green Canyon forces another errant pass, scoops that one off the turf. Now here come the Wolves again, right through the middle, and then knocked out of the cradle at the last second.
This is what I'm talking about, those loose ball pickups that Logan has to be able to recover when they drop that ball. It was good show right there, man ball drills right there between number 9 and number 12 when they were out there, but those definitely need to be a little bit better.
Wolf still on the attack, dropping back and resetting his rally. He's going to go to his left for Stowers. Stowers back to rally. 9:15 remaining now in the first quarter. Still no score. Green Canyon taking their time with this second offensive possession. Rowley cuts towards the middle of the box, fires over his left shoulder, pulled that one to the far side, but it'll be picked up by Brunson, kept alive for Green Canyon. Wolves out of the end zone. Pass that one back to Rowley. On that right edge of that box, he's going to go opposite edge. Quick shot, sidearm shot. That one, I think, went off the foot of Brunson, and he lost it, and he's going to lose the race to that shot attempt. Grizzlies get the ball back.
Good job by number 10 right there, sticking with that ball and getting the ball back on their offense right there. That's great.
Grizzlies trying to break out of their own zone now.
Communication's key right there.
Heavy traffic through midfield, a big whack, a couple bodies, but still plenty of power. Austin Birch is through the traffic. Now he's going to break into the box, looking to cut through the middle, has a shot, and pulled it.
That was amazing. Just coast to coast right there. Bull dodging through it.
It's Jensen Stores between the pipes again for Green Canyon this evening. 8:20 remaining in the first quarter. Grizzlies on offense off to our right. They're going left to right in this first quarter. Plenty of possession. Ethan Wright looking for options. He's going to go up top. Keaton Avila. Further across for McAllister. Cutting off to that right side, McAllister just not given any space. Really good defense from Miles Robinson, who had a great game on Wednesday night.
Yeah, they're basically seeing the exact same thing they saw with Skyview a couple of days ago, and they were able to defeat that at the same time. So
now Spencer Mitchell using that stick to get in there. He does get beat around the corner, sticking with the man, gets some help. A big hit from Miles Robinson frees that ball up. Now Mitchell, long stick defenseman, takes it across midfield. Wolves will get their offense on the field as Mitchell dumps that one down. Maybe they're just going to go quickly, and they do. Max Brunson scores the first goal of Green Canyon's evening, and it's 1-0 Wolves with 7:20 to play in the first.
Number 87 last week, or a couple of days ago, did almost the exact same thing. Ran it down the field, got a second man assist. That's awesome right there.
Back to center we go. All started with the really good defense from Miles Robinson and Spencer Mitchell, tag team in that turnover. Mitchell carries it all the way into the zone, dumps it off for Brunson, so Spencer Mitchell's going to have an assist on that goal.
Oh, yeah. Every defensive player's dream right there is to have assists and goals, and he got 2 in 1 week.
7:20 to play in the first. Green Canyon, another face-off win from Martin, but it squeaks through his legs as he tried to scoop it up. Grizzlies had it for a second. It was knocked out of the stick of Sean Owada. Now they're fighting for it. Ethan Merrill has it for Green Canyon. Tosses into the box for Brunson, in and out of the cradle. Brunson still fighting for it. It's going to be scooped up instead by Nephi Vale. Vale trying to break the zone, lost it. Green Canyon passing quickly, trying to keep this in, and they do. Really good hustle.
Defense is watching the ball more than they're watching the man, and it's definitely showing right now. They're leaving a lot of people open, and eventually Green Canyon's going to capitalize it, and they're going to have to shift defense on that one.
Well, the Wolves are seeing something. They call their first time out of the half with 6:45 to play in the first quarter. Preston, what do you think prompted that?
I'm not 100% sure. Probably setting up an offensive attack on that one. I think Green Canyon was expecting to be up a little bit more at this time, and Logan's actually putting up a fight. So that's probably what Green Canyon's talking about right now. They probably wanted to see what their defense was all about, and now they're going to adjust.
Definitely a slightly slower start
100%.
For Green Canyon today.
Yeah, 100%. Green Canyon, pretty much, I was expecting them to just run the ball down as hard as they can, but Logan's putting up a fight, and I think, again, that's why Green Canyon is shifting to see what they can do at this point.
Getting your score 1-0 about halfway through the first quarter. Slower start for Green Canyon, but it's Max Brunson back on the score sheet. That's goal number 14 for Max on the season. Just took the lead on this team. 1 goal over Hayden Reeder, also with 13. Reeder is the points leader, though, for the Wolves. Came into this game at 22 after Wednesday's contest. Taken in by Merrill. Taken in by Merrill. Apologize for the brief video disconnection. A little bit of internet weirdness up here in the box during the spring season, but I think we've got it back on. Green Canyon still leading 1-0, fresh out of that timeout they called with 6:45 to play in the first quarter. Wolves looking for an entry point with Liam Todd right now on the near side, circling kind of around that 15-yard line. Now crosses over. Ben Wallace with a nice shot.
Good bounce shot right there. The one thing I'm noticing the difference between Logan and Skyview is they're not pushing as hard as they are. They're kind of staying in the zone a little bit more, and I think the Wolves were anticipating them to probably be a little bit more man than they are right now.
Definitely given a lot of space, pretty much anywhere outside of 10 yards to goal.
Yes, definitely.
Now they cut back in. That one's pulled off to the far side. Green Canyon just not quite getting the release that they need right now. Preston, what do you tweak on a shot like that when you're pulling everything?
You're just going to have to not do a sidearm shot. That's I will stick to it. Don't do sidearm, do overhead. Overhead's going to be more straight, unlike a sidearm where it could go anywhere. So they need to tweak that up a little bit more right there.
Wallace trying to center that one for Reeder. It'll be scooped up. Great play by the long stickman, Nephi Vale. He's going to break towards midfield. He's got some speed, and he's got a teammate to his right. Vale's going to check out as the Logan offense gets to work. Shanawada. About 5:15 remaining now in the first quarter. Ball on the turf. Logan really struggling to keep possession in that offensive zone. And now that stick comes out of the hand of Spencer Mitchell.
And right back into it. Who has the ball right now?
Yep, Mitchell fighting through 3 Grizzlies to keep that thing on the turf, trying to find a teammate. It pops out. It's taken up by Awada, but he loses it. It'll be scooped up off the turf again by Ethan Wright, and they're going to need Wright to get something going now. I think we've got another timeout called by Logan, not liking what they're seeing out there.
No, they're just going to settle the ball down. A lot of mixture right there, which makes the team kind of go haywire. So they're probably going to set the ball up again at this point.
.451 to play in the first quarter. Now, Preston, obviously, Logan playing things a little bit differently than Skyview was, but they've kept the Wolves to a slower start. What do you think they need to continue doing here? Obviously, want to clean up the possessions to our right, but to our left, what's been working?
They're playing a little bit safer than Skyview did. Skyview was very much in their face, which I believe it just has to do with the rivalry. You know, the rivalry, they want to hit, they want to smash, they want to get in there. So for me, I think Logan is playing a little bit more of a safer zone defense, and Green Canyon's definitely probably, like I said, anticipating a little bit more of a man. So if Logan could just keep up the zone, they'll be definitely in this game.
Little over halfway through the first quarter, you're listening to Region 11 Spring Sports on 100.9 Light FM. Also video streaming on CashValleyDaily.com and YouTube. If you're watching along with us, your video experience powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. A big thanks also to Cast-A-Lite. Whether you're looking for brick for your home, tile for a bathroom remodel, or pavers for a new walkway, think Cast-A-Lite. Online at CASTALITE.com. Proud sponsors of Region 11 Spring Sports, and we're back in action for the Grizzlies. 4:45 to go. Green Canyon going to make some midfield substitutions as it's back on the attack for Ethan Wright. Tried to find an entry pass. Scooped up straight into the air by McAllister. Bounces behind him, and he's got the ball again. Takes a hit. Miles Robinson giving him plenty of heat.
I mean, if you're that confident with your stick skill right there, you're going to just keep pushing like you do right there. So I have no problem with him doing stuff like that if I was his coach.
Austin Birch on the ball takes a pretty decent-sized bump from Hayden Schramm, and Schramm, the midfielder's got it. Hayden establishes possession for Green Canyon. Hits the brakes, cuts towards the middle. Now he's going to go right for Bryson Pabst, in and out of the cradle. Pabst back to Schramm, the football teammates playing catch. Again, nice pass. Oh, beautiful pass for Brunson and a bounce shot goal. Max has got 2 today.
There it is. Logan is definitely, like I said, is watching the ball more than they're watching their man. Head on a swivel is the biggest thing on defense, and Logan is not doing that right now, and that's definitely going to be something that they're going to have to tighten up.
3:50 remaining in the first quarter. Green Canyon has doubled that lead. It's 2-0.
But, I mean, in the last game we were watching, it was way more than that in the last one with Skyview. So Logan's definitely doing something right now.
Face off again. Baxter Martin flicks it back for Pabst. Clean scoop, and the Wolves are on offense. Pabst takes it off to the far side. Box entry establishes possession, and now he will camp out. Drop it back for Martin. Baxter to his left. Finds Stowers. They're playing catch. Now Baxter directly down the middle to the 20. About 15 yards from goal. Drops it again for Stowers. Right side for Bryson Pabst. Pabst turns on the Jets. Gets inside the box. Shot from pretty close in. About 10 yards out off to that right side. Just threw it wide.
The one thing about number 3 on Canyon is he's definitely not afraid to get in there and bull dodge. So.
Merrill tried to do it himself, dancing along that near post. It was knocked down. A really good save there by the Grizzlies goaltender. It's Sione Pawnee.
Definitely a brick wall right there. That was awesome.
Sione, 26 goals against, 57 saves for a .687 save percentage coming into this game. Averages about 5.5 goals against. Sawyer Rainey was fighting for that one on the near sideline. He's going to get some help from Miles Robinson. Now Rainey gets the position so Robinson can come in and scoop it up. Excuse me, no, that's Josh Young. Young launches that across midfield. Reeder has it. Reeder's going to pass it in for Merrill. Merrill on the doorstep, pulled it.
That's going to – oh, I thought that was definitely Logan's ball. Oh, that is Logan's ball. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be Logan's ball. I think Merrill was surprised with how open he had that shot, and he just yanked it.
Yeah, that was definitely – defense on Logan was pushing a little bit too much forward.
Good read by Hayden Schramm there to get the turnover. Hayden across midfield, gets around the corner. A lot of speed from that kid, and he's put on a lot of muscle in the last 12 months as well. I was talking to Dr. Dave Schramm before football season, Hayden's dad, and mentioned that, you know, he put on 20 pounds in some off-season camps, grew a couple inches, really made a name for himself as a receiver in Utah. Now another great shot from Reeder. I couldn't tell if that missed near or far, but it was close.
It was close, but again, a sidearm. You're not going to get accuracy with the sidearm.
Old head Preston Rice does not like the sidearm shot.
I will never
let it be
like
known. Wolves working it around. Here's Checketts. Tag to those far hash marks. He's going to hit the brakes and drop back 20 yards from goal. Flips it all the way across the box for Reeder. Looked like a big windup. He's going to hold it and get it back to Tag. Checketts fakes right, comes back left. Now drops it behind the net for Brunson. Great passing, finds Pabst. Pabst scores.
That was great. Fast snatch, puts right in there.
12-yard shot and score from Bryson Pabst directly between the hash marks. It's 3-0 Green Canyon, thanks to number 3.
The one thing that I'm noticing on Logan right now is that they are playing too far in, which is allowing Green Canyon to push in a little bit harder than they have been. So, again, Logan definitely has to spread it out a little bit more. Zone defense is a fantastic defense to play, but you have to be able to push in and out constantly.
Minute 22, 82 seconds remaining now in the first quarter. Green Canyon's got a 3-0 lead. Another win by Baxter Martin. He's undefeated in the circle today. Nice entry pass for Reeder. Bounced it off the near post, but Ethan Merrill was there. Minute 12 now in the quarter. Merrill to Brunson. Far side. They go up top. Across now, centering for Stowers. Stowers goes to his left for Wallace. Getting some big muscle on there. Ben Wallace towards the middle, fires and just missed wide again, but Brunson and Merrill the closest to it. 53.2 to go in the first quarter. Wolves from behind the net find Reeder on the near side. Reeder drops back about 15 yards from goal, cuts back inside the box. Right through the middle, gets through 2, fires. Nice knockdown save by Pawnee.
Definitely a good save right there.
Sione's going to take his time getting this out of there. 40 seconds remaining in the quarter. Now he's got to launch it, and he does. All the way across midfield, but it's nearly intercepted by Spencer Mitchell. Mitchell fighting with Ethan Wright. Again, Wright generating almost all the offense for this Logan Grizzlies team. They needed him to get going quickly. 22 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Wright all the way up top of the box, bounces once, and it's scooped up by McAllister. 14 seconds left in the quarter. Far too passive from Logan right now.
They definitely
10 seconds left. They got to go.
Yeah.
And a great stick check from behind. Recovered, and a goal.
Nice.
Bounce shot from Nathan McAllister after picking up that ball. It was a really good stick check from Josh Young. Just couldn't get to the ball off the turf, and Mitchell has Logan's first goal. McAllister has Logan's first goal with 2.2 remaining in the quarter.
Wow, that was a good goal by Logan right there. That definitely is going to bring them up a little bit better at this point.
3-1 Wolves. Grizzlies do get on the board in this first quarter, but only 2.2 remaining. We're going to have a face-off here, and then we'll take a quick break. Martin's just going to scoop it up. So Martin goes 5 for 5. They start running the clock. Martin drops it in for Merrill. Looked like they were ready to just kind of sit that one out, but no one started the clock, so they had to start running.
I guess so, yeah. It's one of those things for me that, you just don't give up on it regardless if the clock is gone or not, so keep playing.
Well, it's 3-1 Green Canyon after our first 12 minutes. Preston, what have you been seeing from the Wolves? Why have they been successful?
They've been able to pass it and shoot it. I mean, that's simple lacrosse right there, and everything comes down to the fundamentals, and they're basically executing it perfectly.
Clean possessions for the Wolves have them up 3-0 after our first 12 minutes. Stick with us on 100.9 Light FM. This is Region 11 Lacrosse on a cold Friday night.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Welcome back to North Logan, Utah. The Wolves have a 3-1 lead after 12 minutes. Stockton Jukes, Preston Rice here with you from Green Canyon High School. Green Canyon, cleaner possession than Logan so far in this one, and it's been clearly evident on that scoreboard. But the Grizzlies did get there first with 2.2 remaining in the quarter, so maybe a burst of momentum to take with them into this second quarter. Preston, as we take a check-in with our Les Olson IT strategy break, what are you looking at from the Logan Grizzlies in this second quarter?
As far as Logan being able to do this defense, this zone defense, I'm kind of surprised how they're playing it right now. They're playing it too close to the cage. They need to push it out a little bit more and not be afraid to use that 6-foot pole stick that they have right now. If they could just get the possession, they should be in this game. I mean, the scoreboard's showing it right now.
Ready for our beginning face-off of this second quarter. It's another Baxter Martin win, 6 for 6 from the dot this evening. Green Canyon going left to right in the second quarter. Martin going to take it himself, fires, and scores.
Solo right there. Doesn't even have an assist on it, just a straight-up goal.
Only person to touch the ball in those first 13 seconds of the second quarter. Martin's on the score sheet. It's 4-1 Green Canyon. Almost exactly the opposite of what you wanted there if you're Logan.
100%. I think Green Canyon is definitely is realizing that Logan's not pushing out as hard as they want. They're just going to push in as hard as they can during this game.
13 down, and we're back to center. Green Canyon's going to give someone else a chance in the face-off circle. This is Liam Wood. Wood gets dirty and gets that ball. Green Canyon 7 for 7 from the face-off dot.
That's a big deal. You need to be able to win those possessions here and there to be able to be in this game.
Pap's going to hold on to this one. Personnel onto the field. He rolls it over for Carson Thompson. Thompson has about 20 yards of just free real estate in front of him, so he's going to trot towards the center of the box, go over to his left, and now Green Canyon gets the passing. Ethan Merrill in the end zone, across for Brunson on the near side, back up top for Pabst.
The last thing you want to do is give that much space to these guys. They're going to bulldoze you the entire time if they get a chance.
Great pass from Pabst to Reeder, but it just misses the pocket. Scooped up by Crew Jepson. Jepson taking a couple hits. Lost the ball temporarily, but picked it back up out of the air. Then a nice stick swing from Bryson Paps gets the Wolves the possession right back. A minute 5 seconds down in this first quarter. Green Canyon had offense for a second and lost it. Keaton Avila on the ball. 10:45 to go in the second. Missed pass by Logan. It's going to be another turnover for Green Canyon. 10:40 now on the clock. Again, Region 11 Spring Sports on 100.9 Light FM and CashValleyDaily.com, brought to you by Great Basin Graphics, custom t-shirts, detailed embroidery, and graphic designs that will get your business noticed. Go to GreatBasinGraphics.com. Pabst again across midfield. Cuts to his left.
He likes that swim move right there.
Well, I'll tell you what. You see a lot more of it if you come back and watch Green Canyon football this fall.
That's impressive if you could swim move in football. That's awesome.
Well, and the kid's are just a born athlete. He plays just about every defensive position except for lineman for Green Canyon. He is the blitz.
That's nice.
Reeder in the middle. Dropped that one, scooped up by Nielsen. Nielsen taking it with that 6-foot pole all the way into the box. He's going to establish possession for the Grizzlies as they will try and slow down a bit. Good call out there. Gives Austin Birch enough time to react, but he is going to lose possession. Mitchell lobs it up in the air. It'll be chased down. Scooped up and controlled by Rainey. Down further for Merrill, across the goal and across the box for Brunson. He knocks it down enough to keep it in bounds, but a really good shove from Nephi Vale frees that thing up. Vale under pressure now from Green Canyon, takes 2 big hits, loses that out of bounds, and it'll be Green Canyon.
It's very difficult to pass the ball when you got 3 Green Canyon Wolves on you right there.
Do they also call it forecheck in lacrosse? Because whatever it's called, the forecheck for Green Canyon's been phenomenal the first 2 games of region.
It's virtually the same exact thing, yeah. I mean, people should understand it if they know the game of lacrosse and hockey.
You'll hear me and Preston interchange hockey and lacrosse terms a lot this season. Both of us doing a little bit of work with Utah State hockey just next door.
And just in general, hockey fans, we love the sport.
It's just hockey on land.
Pretty much. I mean, if you break it down, yeah.
Couple different rules, but
yeah, of course.
Another great shot and a beautiful save from Sione Powney. It could very easily be 7-1 Green Canyon right now without a couple big saves.
Oh, yeah, he's been definitely a brick in front of that cage right now.
Bouncing ball at midfield. Brunson tried to scoop it up and stay onside, but couldn't get that ball back across midfield.
That's good awareness by your attackman right there, not to go offside and give the ball back.
Right,
Ooh.
Distance shot and scores.
That was a beautiful shot right there. I don't even think anybody realized that he was going to take it.
Jensen Storrs never saw it. He heard it, though, hit the back of the net. It's 4-2. Logan cuts back into that lead just a bit.
That's such a beautiful sound right there, that little tink whenever you get that goal right there.
Now for the junior goalkeeper, Jensen Storrs, not the best numbers, but you really don't need him with how much Green Canyon is able to not only possess, but generate turnovers before the other team can even get to midfield.
I mean, if your defense is going to play as good as you have been, I mean, you just got to stop a few balls here and there, and you'll be fine.
Face-off violation gives Martin a free pass at that ball. 8:15 remaining in the second quarter as he establishes possession and immediately drops back out. He'll check out.
Again, you don't want to give Green Canyon too much room like this. In my opinion, that speed that Green Canyon has and the ability to hit, they're just going to bulldoze you the entire time if you get them that momentum.
Bryson Bailey on the field for Green Canyon. Near side hash marks. He's going to drop that back for Checketts. Now left side for Schramm. Back up top, Checketts. 30 yards from goal. About directly between the hash marks. He'll pick up some steam. And, man, that uncontested 10 yards allows Green Canyon just to get so much momentum.
100%.
Pass across the box. Kind of caught Hayden Reeder by surprise. Couldn't corral it. Now Logan tries to break. Launch that one over midfield. It's going to bounce in the middle of about 6 different shirts, and it'll be scooped up by Green Canyon's defense. Grady Herzog, who had a birthday yesterday, knocked out of the cradle. Herzog still fighting for it. Scooped up from behind and controlled by Alex Moto. Now we've got whistles and a timeout from Logan. Their second of this first half. 7:12 remaining in the second quarter. Preston, Grizzlies seem to be getting a little bit more momentum here. Early goal from Baxter Martin, kind of uncontested. Made it a 4-1 game, but they get the goal back not too long after. Slow adjustments right now, it seems, for the Grizzlies.
Definitely. The one thing that they're not showing a lot of is offensive possession. Their defense is playing fine. I mean, even though that 20 yards that they're giving, I mean, they're still getting the ball, and the score shows 4-2, so they are doing something well. At this point, offense needs to be able to tighten it up a little bit, maybe better passes, not giving up on the ball when the ball's on the ground. And Logan should be in this game if they just keep the momentum going on their end.
Again, 7:12 remaining in this second quarter. It's a 4-2 lead for Green Canyon. Much slower offensive game than we saw on Wednesday night. That one finished 15-10 in favor of Green Canyon over Skyview. Grizzlies coming off a 7-2 loss against Bear River down in Logan on Wednesday night.
I mean, in reality, I definitely like what I'm seeing from Logan. It's kind of unorthodox for me to see this zone played the way it is, but again, they're playing it pretty good. Offense is definitely going to be the one that needs to tighten it up a little bit. Defense is doing all the work. Offense needs to show up a little bit.
Logan possession out of the timeout. They're going to have it just before midfield. Ethan Wright's the one with the ball. And Wright will get going down the near sideline. 7:10 remaining in this second quarter. 4-2 Green Canyon. This is Region 11 Lacrosse, brought to you by DD Auto and Salvage, Cache Valley's #1 place to get the most money for junk vehicles and scrap metal. Quick shot and a bouncer gets past Stores. It's 4-3 thanks to Nathan McAllister.
That was a nice little trick play right there. It was definitely kind of like an offset hidden ball right there. You know, that little deke that he did right there was beautiful. Those bounce shots are a killer to stop when it comes to as a goalie. They could just go in one direction and go in a different.
Jamison Stores, number 17, the long stick defenseman, going in to check on his little brother there after that goal. It's a little bit of communication there. Obviously nice to have your brother on there to hold you accountable for a couple of these things. Can get frustrating sometimes, I'll tell you that.
I'm sure, and I'm sure you could say a little bit of different way to your little brother than you can with anybody else, so that's also fun too.
Yeah, you got license that no one else does.
100%.
6:55 to go as Paps is going to run that down and keep it for Green Canyon. I think Logan's defense just fell asleep there.
Yeah, the one thing I'm noticing from Logan is they kind of just, and I hate to say it, they just kind of give up on that loose ball, which is not a good thing to do in the game of lacrosse. It's pretty much a majority of the game, especially in high school.
6.5 remaining in the second quarter. Green Canyon down the near sideline, about 15 yards from goal, now cutting back inside. Dropped out for Pabst. Pabst thought about the shot from distance. He's going to back off. To his left. Leaves this one for Liam Wood. Wood back up top, finds Pabst cycling back to the right. Now Pabst cuts to the middle. Ducks under one, ducks past a second, fires over the crossbar, but Green Canyon's going to keep it.
You know, I'm noticing that Logan is definitely tightening it up on their defense. They're able to drop their man off and switch off when they need to. They're playing good zone right now.
Merrill from behind the net. Couple chop steps, finds Brunson. Tough angle shot and a stick save from Pawnee.
That was an amazing goal, or amazing stop right there. He definitely saw that coming from a mile away.
Nice pass to midfield. Contact initiated by Checkets. He's keeping up with Avila, but Avila gets past him. Pass down to that right side. Back up top again, Avila scoops it off the turf. To his left, finds McAllister. Now Avila's going to come off. Austin Birch going to join the attack. 5:25 remaining in the second quarter. Tag Checkets checking out as well. Defensive midfielder Sawyer Rainey coming in.
This is what I mean where I think high school needs to implement some sort of shot clock, because that just took way too long for me right there. They needed to kind of, you know, step it up a little bit.
Birch, under pressure, spins towards the middle. Plenty of contact from the long stick. Spencer Mitchell not afraid to jab at that ball.
Yeah, number 4 for Logan is not afraid to get his hands dirty and get a little bit of a hit here and there. He'll take it, and this whole game he's been doing that.
Up top as Wright checks back in. Ethan Wright on the near side hash marks, 15 yards from goal. Slows it down, then speeds it up, looks for the shot. Oh, great stick save from Stores, scooping that off the turf. That'll get the goaltender for Green Canyon going, feeling a little better.
Yeah, definitely. Put a little momentum back under your skin right there.
Big burst of speed now down that far sideline from Chase Rowley. Another offensive possession for Green Canyon. Rowley to the near side for Brunson. Brunson, quick shot. Another great stick save from Pawnee.
He is doing it right now. He is getting in there.
Turnover, though, by Logan next to Pawnee. It's picked up by Brunson. He absorbs a bit of contact. Reeder gets knocked down trying to get that pass. No whistle coming. No flags on the turf. A lot of contact at midfield. It's picked up by Wright. Wright across the 50. Still taking some stick checks from Miles Robinson. Looking to get across the 40, trying to find that box, and now he will establish possession. Right to his left for Austin Birch.
It's very easy to forget about that box possession every once in a while, especially with that big scramble every once in a while. You're in the moment. You forget that you got to touch that box once you get possession.
3.5 to go in the second quarter. Birch spinning, cuts back to the middle of the box. He's going to have to back out. Bryson Pabst playing man on. Now over to the left. Wright's going to get matched up with Miles Robinson. Robinson keeping that stick in front of him. Wright cutting to the right. Long shot and another great scoop save by Jensen Stores.
He's definitely looking for those bounce shots now, and he's getting it down.
Jensen, long pass towards midfield, gets through the stick of Miles Robinson. It's across the 50, and now pressure from those attackers for Green Canyon. They cannot follow too far.
That almost looked like an offsides to me, but somebody was able to pull it out.
Another entry for Logan. They're getting a lot better in possession. Taken out of the air by Austin Birch, and he'll wait for his people. Ethan Wright back on the field. 2.5 to go in this second quarter, just a little bit over. Wright from the near side. 15 yards from goal, cuts towards the middle. He's going to rip one. Missed wide. It might have been knocked down off the body of Stores, and it's loose along the crease. Still on the ground. Picked up by Pabst in traffic. Turns the corner, gets down that far sideline. Little burst of speed past McAllister across the 50. McAllister takes a couple swings, couple shoulders, but Pabst not yielding. Establishes possession, takes a couple more whacks, and keeps that ball. Now we've got, I think, another timeout with 2:02 remaining in this second quarter, just before halftime. I'm not sure who called that timeout. I think it might have been Green Canyon. Preston, what's the discussion right now?
In all reality, I think Logan's just needing to just tighten it up just a little bit more. Green Canyon, they're just physical, and Logan is playing a little bit more safer than they have been, than I've seen before. And yeah, I think the fact that Logan is one down so far is saying a lot, that their defense is definitely playing better than I've seen them play before.
Baxter Martin came out of that first quarter break and took one from the face-off dot to the back of the net to make it 4-1. But the last two from Logan have kept this close. And the Grizzlies, not a lot of offensive chances. They've had a couple really nice goals in the second quarter, but it's really been Sione Pawnee between the pipes for the Grizzlies that have kept this close.
Oh, 100%. The team is just as good as their goalie, and he is not afraid to get in front of that ball. And there are some shots coming at him pretty hard, and he is throwing his body in front of it to stop it. And these Grizzlies definitely need to give him a pat on the head as soon as this half comes in, because he has kept them in this game for sure.
Pawnee, a 6'1", 180 senior for these Logan Grizzlies.
That's a good goalie size right there for sure.
2:02 again remaining before we go to halftime. It's 4-3 Green Canyon. Region 11 Lacrosse on 100.9 Light FM and CashValleyDaily.com, brought to you by Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning. You can schedule your service calls with them on their website, advancedheating-ace.com. Green Canyon going to have possession after that timeout right on the 30-yard line. Martin goes to his right. Stowers still to the right for Checketts. He's going to get it back. Now back over to Martin on the far side. Green Canyon likes that left side right now. Martin's going to pick up the speed. Awkward angle shot over the crossbar. It'll be followed out by the Wolves. Brunson, minute 45 left in the quarter.
At this point, I feel like Green Canyon's just going to hold on to possession. If they can get an opening, they're going to shoot it, get a goal, of course. But they're up. They want to go into it one more up, and we'll see how it goes.
Checkett circles back to gain some speed. Now enters, misses near side. It'll be followed out by Merrill. Minute 31 to go in the quarter. Merrill has 90 seconds now. Going to cut towards the near post. A little high for Brunson, but he corrals it and then misses over the top of Tag Checketts into midfield. Loose ball. Spencer Mitchell might have had it, and now we've got whistles. Offside, I believe, is going to be called on Green Canyon.
Well, Logan needs to capitalize on this at this point. They keep him in the game. Tie it up right now.
Right in the box, just barely. Drops this one back for Birch. Minute 12 remaining in the first half of action here in North Logan. Birch taking his time. Now a minute 2 to go. Down the near side of the box. Back up top, McAllister. McAllister about 20 yards from goal. He's going to back up a little further. Not going to be followed out there. Circling to that far side now along the hash marks. Try to cut back in the middle. Spins back to the outside. No avenue. Drops it off for Wright. Wright back up top for Birch. 37 seconds remaining in the half. Birch was trying to go to his left for Avila. He missed it. Now here's Hayden Schramm. 30 seconds remaining in the half. Schramm down the sideline takes a big shove out.
Was awesome.
It'll be Logan ball. That's a huge hit from Austin Birch.
And just smart lacrosse right there.
And now we've got whistles, some extracurriculars between Birch and a couple defensemen for Green Canyon. They're going to bring this back. I guess they said Birch played it too fast.
I mean, in the game of lacrosse, the officials definitely have to be in the game too. So if the momentum's going your way, just take it.
17 seconds remaining. McAllister back in play. They're going to have to go quickly. McAllister into the box. Got past one, but backed out. Now goes to his left for Wright. Wright scoops it off the turf. Shoots at the feet of Stores. What a great knockdown save. 2 seconds left in the half. Green Canyon's going to take their 1-goal lead into the locker room. Preston, chaotic last couple minutes of the half.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the one thing about Logan that I was watching is the clock awareness. Their attackman looked at the clock and saw it and knew he had to move, and I thought that was fantastic lacrosse IQ right there. So Logan's in the game right now, and I'm excited for this game.
Sione Powney, the player of the game through that first half. Several great saves for the Logan Grizzlies to keep them within one. Now it's time for a 10-minute breather here in North Logan. We're going to take a quick break, drink some water, catch our breath. When we come back, it's time for the second half of action between Logan and Green Canyon. The Wolves looking to extend their winning streak in Region 11. The Grizzlies looking to get their first region win of the season. We'll be right back.
Exciting.
Locker 42. This is the store for Aggie fans. All your favorite apparel with an Aggie logo. Stay warm and fashionable in a cocoon blanket or a coat. Pick out a warm Aggie beanie. Choose a hat from Locker 42's wall of hats. This is the store where Aggie fans shop. Locker 42, downtown Logan.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Reactive Physical Therapy will show you what actions you can take to create the reaction you desire. Reactive Physical Therapy in Providence and North Logan. Call 435-535-3677 or reactivephysicaltherapy.com.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Les Olson IT.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castalite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castalite.com.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Locker 42. This is the store for Aggie fans. All your favorite apparel with an Aggie logo. Stay warm and fashionable in a cocoon blanket or a coat. Pick out a warm Aggie beanie. Choose a hat from Locker 42's wall of hats. This is the store where Aggie fans shop. Locker 42, downtown Logan.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Reactive Physical Therapy will show you what actions you can take to create the reaction you desire. Reactive Physical Therapy in Providence and North Logan. Call 435-535-3677 or reactivephysicaltherapy.com.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castalite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castalite.com.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon Sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Locker 42. This is the store for Aggie fans. All your favorite apparel with an Aggie logo. Stay warm and fashionable in a cocoon blanket or a coat. Pick out a warm Aggie beanie. Choose a hat from Locker 42's wall of hats. This is the store where Aggie fans shop. Locker 42, downtown Logan.
We're back in North Logan. It's time for the second half of action. Baxter Martin lined up at center for Green Canyon. They take a 4-3 lead into our second 24 minutes of action. Stockton Jukes, Preston Rice here with you on 100.9 Light FM. Bit of a chaotic face-off there. Martin lost his first of the day, but the Green Canyon Wolves get it right back, and Martin will carry it himself into the box. Down to that far post. Quick passing. Brunson tried to flick it across for Reeder. It was knocked down by a body. Now Avila on the ball, takes a couple whacks, throws that up towards midfield, missed everyone. Here come the Wolves again.
Yeah, again, when you have two guys on you at one time, it's definitely hard to be able to pass it to your own guy if they're not getting open for you.
Martin taking his time up top. Circles back out of pressure. Green Canyon already established possession this time down. 11:15 remaining now in the third quarter of action. Green Canyon going right to left across your radio dial in this third quarter. The Grizzlies going left to right. Long entry pass for Reeder. About 15 yards from goal, right in the middle of the box. He's going to be ushered out. Good check by Easton Favero.
Yeah, textbook zone defense right there by Logan. That was awesome.
Favero absorbs that first contact, but Reeder enters anyway. Kick save by Pawnee. There's no protection on those feet. Oof. Oh, what a hit. And then we're going to have a flag coming down after the hit.
It's probably going to be because he led with his head, possibly.
Yeah, it looked like he may have ducked into it just a little bit. It was Liam Todd, the offender, 5'9" senior. And they are going to send him to the box for a minute.
Huh. Let's see what the call is.
Let's see if we get the hand signals tonight.
Exactly, that's what I meant.
As we wait for those officials to make that call, Your coverage of Region 11 Spring Sports brought to you by Les Olson IT. What can a business technology partner do for you? All the office products you need and a great service team. Learn more at lesolson.com. Now we'll come over and get the call. It's going to be on Green Canyon.
Elbowing.
An elbow. So ducked into it and then extended the elbow, I guess, through that hit.
Yeah, definitely. Same thing in like hockey. You can't throw the elbow like that. Once you extend it, they're going to call it 9 times out of 10.
So Green Canyon will be down a man for 60 seconds. 10:36 remaining in this third quarter. Now, most of these box penalties you'll see are 60 seconds. Preston, what are the ones that are going to extend up to 2 minutes?
Charging will definitely be one, leading with your head, a bat swing, unsportsmanlike conduct. A lot of those can definitely be bad. And then you could get one that you don't even get released.
Right, fake pass, faked a shot, now goes to his right. Back to his left. Birch thought about it, goes back to right. Right on that right side, into the middle. Goes to his left again, Austin Birch, and they're just playing catch up top. 26 seconds off that penalty for Green Canyon. 36 now. Rebound opportunity, another block by Green Canyon's defense. Doesn't get through to Stores, and now it's picked up by Herzog.
That was a great stop by the goalie on Green Canyon right there. Beautiful.
Again, another happy birthday to Grady Herzog. Celebrated his birthday yesterday. Pabst gets through 4 on his way across midfield. 9:38 to go in the quarter. Pabst all the way through, coast to coast. Bryson on the score sheet again. That's 2.
Coast to coast. Another no-assisted goal right there. That's amazing.
Bryson definitely gets to add more of his personal flair to lacrosse than he does to football. We talked about it a little bit on Wednesday night, but you love the passion from the kid. You love the energy. Coach Howie Ely, when it comes to football season, is not a big fan of we'll say passionate expression.
Okay, there we go.
And so there's a line you got to cross for Tyler Ely, but he'll make you do bear crawls across this whole field.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at that point, as a lacrosse coach, at one point, from a coast to coast unassisted goal, you got to let your player get a little excited right there.
You let them toe the line. And look, in lacrosse, it's very similar to hockey where some of that comes out. That's just part of the game. Part of the nonsense that goes on is the chirping and the celebrations and stuff, but you do have to walk that line. Another bounce shot goal. That one was never seen by Pawnee. And this time it's Carson Thompson on the sheet. 6-3. Green Canyon out to an explosive start in this second half.
Logan's got to cover up that wound right now. Too much blood's in the water, and Green Canyon's smelling it.
9:10 remaining in the third quarter. So just under 3 minutes played, and Green Canyon's already got 2.
Yeah, no. Green Canyon, like I said, they're going to see a weakness, and they're going to take it. And right now, Logan's definitely in their own head, and they got to get out of it.
Martin ready to go again on the circle. Whistle in, and Baxter's going to win another one. Taking heavy pressure from Keaton Avila behind, takes 2 more hits and still holds possession, gets into that box. Now he'll drop it off up top and head out. It's Hayden Schramm with the ball now on that far side. Throws it over to his left for Rowley. Chase Rowley through the middle of the box. Goes to his left for Reeder and just missed the cradle. It'll be a turnover on Green Canyon. Back to Logan.
A lot of people believe that when you throw it out of bounds, whoever is there will get the ball. That's only on shots. It's not when the ball is thrown out of possession.
We've got another early timeout from the Grizzlies with 8:40 to go in this third quarter. Again, really explosive start for Green Canyon in this second half, but for Logan, the opposite of what you wanted after you built up so much momentum in the second quarter. Preston, what's the fix?
They're going to have to be able to be a little bit more physical on that. They're going to have to watch the ball, or they're going to have to watch man and ball a little bit more than what they have been doing. They're watching the ball more than they're watching the man, and it showed right there with the open man on that shot. On top of that, Logan right now, because they're going to have possession, better passing, a little bit more physicality, even towards the goal a little bit more, and pick your shots a little bit better than what you have been in loose ball pickups.
Region 11 lacrosse kicked off on Wednesday night. Green Canyon won their region opener against Skyview. The Grizzlies dropped theirs down in Logan against Bear River, 7-2, the final score over there. But Region 11 lacrosse is back, and it's cold now, but we're looking at temperatures in the 60s next week. Then spring break's coming just around the corner for all these high school kids in Region 11. When we come back in mid-April, Preston, it's truly gonna be spring.
Definitely. Right now, this is my favorite weather. A little bit of cold, but not too cold. It's just fun. The only problem with this cold is getting hit with the stick and body checked. It hurts a little bit more than when it's a little bit warmer out, for sure.
Back onto the field we go. The Grizzlies have this one deep in their own defensive territory. McAllister gets past, has a stick knocked out of his hand.
Big yard sale.
Yeah, Merrill with a great stick check. Stays onside, throws that up towards his attack. But Green Canyon having to play a little bit conservatively. Now we've got a flag on the field.
That might be for that wrap check.
Who's it going to be? Who's going to the box?
Who's on first?
I think it's McAllister.
I wouldn't know the reasonings behind that.
Oh, McAllister pushing the back, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
So Rainey, I think, is the one that drew that. McAllister, not quite sure what the call was there. I'm going to be honest, I didn't see it either.
I didn't see it, but that doesn't mean I'm not a ref, so I'm not on the field,
Green Canyon, man advantage for 60 seconds. 8:20 remaining in the third quarter. Merrill up top this time. Finds Martin on the left, now down for Reeder. Reeder, excellent entry pass. Couple big moves from Spencer Mitchell, who they've got on the attack with the man advantage. Mitchell still fighting for that in the box, and he's going to escape with the ball.
Grizzlies put a lot of pressure on their offense right there. That was great.
Another great save by Pawnee. About 30 seconds off that man advantage now. Here's Reeder on the near side. Fires into the body of a Grizzly. Tag Checkets follows it out and will bring it back in.
Playing that tight square in there in front of the cage. It's beautiful.
Tried to throw that right in front for Spencer Mitchell. It's loose all the way back to the 35. Scooped up with speed by McAllister. Lost it for a second, but it follows him across midfield.
He needs to cradle a little bit faster for how fast he's running.
McAllister out of the box. Oh, what a spin there from Birch. Got poked, though. Lost it for a second. Squirts out for McAllister, and he scores fresh out of the penalty box. It's 6-4.
I was just about to ask if that was a shorty, Stockton, but I guess they were released at that point.
7:26 remaining in the third quarter. 6-4. I think that must have been a 30-second on McAllister because that penalty was assessed 58 seconds ago.
Okay. I wasn't 100%. I didn't even know they had 30-second penalties personally.
I didn't either. I thought they were all a minute.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a high school rule?
I'll have to look into that a little bit more.
Another scrap for it at center. Bryson Papston to help. Still bouncing around. Now it's between the feet of several players, and we've got a whistle.
Loose ball push.
Loose ball push on Green Canyon.
Yep.
Picked up by Avila. He's going to go to right, fresh on the field. Followed closely by Sawyer Rainey, who looks angry. And now a turnover.
Oh,
possession. Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
Didn't get into the box, just forgot about it. Now Sawyer Rainey wants to go quickly. Something happened to Sawyer Rainey at halftime because he's fired
Great
up out of the locker room.
Right there.
Excellent response from Logan. Like you were saying, Preston. Great stick check from the long stickman. He's going to bring it into the zone himself. Maybe he'll shoot. Yes, he will. And he'll score.
That was awesome from your defensive stick right there. That was beautiful.
Nephi Vale, the long stick defenseman, makes it 6-5. And the Grizzlies, after that honestly well-called timeout 2 minutes ago, have brought it back within one.
That's going to be some momentum for Logan. They just have to keep it going right there.
Grizzly Lacrosse brought to you by Planet Fitness. Get energy without the punishment. Join the judgment-free zone for just $10 a month, or excuse me, $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all. 6:42 remaining in quarter number 3. Again, 6-5. Green Canyon has the lead. 2 quick goals to start this quarter. But then 2 quick responses from the Grizzlies. Both within the last 60 seconds. Martin under heavy pressure from Vale, the most recent goal scorer for the Grizzlies. He's going to establish possession, then drop back out.
He's using all of that 6-foot pole right there, and it's showing. He's getting possession of the ball. He's controlling his man. He's playing amazing defense right now.
Rowley back onto the field for the Wolves. He'll take this from Stowers. Straight through the middle of the box, now cutting to the near side. Ushered back out. Over to Stowers. Stowers down low for Reeder under a double team. Got knocked out, but it's recovered by Rowley. Rowley off to the far side. Coming up a little lame on that right foot. Looks like he's limping something off on that right side, so he dumps it off for Bryson Pabst. Pabst cuts to the right, gets inside the hash marks, takes a couple hits, and scores! Wow. Bryson Pabst Hattie, 3 for 3.
That was a great goal. He's just being able to bull dodge in there. The shot was very unorthodox, but a shot on goal is a shot on goal, and if it goes in, it goes in. But he is just using that body to his advantage for sure.
Make no mistake, though, old head Preston Rice is going to be very mad about that sidearm shot if it goes wide.
I will. It's just something I wasn't taught. But it wasn't even a sidearm. It looked like it was definitely like an over-the-head shot type of thing. And like I said, a goal's a goal no matter what. So props to him.
7-5 Green Canyon's got a 2-goal cushion with 5:38 to go in the third. Just a little over halfway through this third quarter. Martin wins the scrum again. Another 95% face-off night for Green Canyon, and that's a big reason that they've been able to establish and hold possession for so long. Nice pass inside for Reeder. Jump shot over the stick of Pawnee. It's 8-5, and Hayden Reeder back on the score sheet.
Yeah, his defensive midi right there, his midi pushed too far in and let the guy spin around him and just had a free shot right there. Nothing on Pawnee. He has been doing amazing right now. He should not be on himself right now.
Absolutely not, but the Wolves have been allowed a little too close to that crease
100%.
For the last couple goals.
He needs to get on his defense a little bit. Goalie definitely secures the defense and basically tells them where the ball's at, and he needs to be a little bit more on them, not necessarily be mean to them, but tell them, let's go, come on, get on your man.
Now, for Pawnee, you got to understand it is a little frustrating. He's now 2.5 goals over his per-game average as a goalie, so that can always be frustrating if you go up above your averages.
Well, 100%.
That's going to be, a loose ball push. Got away with maybe a cross-check there, had a full shaft against his back.
Definitely, but going back to Pawnee at this point, you're playing against Green Canyon. They're a very well-organized team, and so for his percentage to go up a little bit, he can't be too upset with that. They're playing amazing right now.
McAllister has possession, taps the box, and will drop it back for Wright. 5 to go in the third quarter. Wright fakes left, spins right, fires quickly, and a nice body save by Stores. Jensen Stores, after a rough start to this one, has really gotten comfortable in the crease. And a whistle against the Grizzlies. Green Canyon will take this one and launch it to Sawyer Rainey at the 50. Clean catch. Rainey into the box. Finds Reeder. Reeder 20 yards out. Try to go left for Tag Checkets. Can Tag get there before the boundary line? He can. 4.5 to go. Checkets given a lot of space on that near side. Clean window, hits the post.
Grizzlies needs to know when the ball is in play right now, and they definitely look like they didn't even know where the ball was at.
Yeah, Austin Birchew's had a great game, just lost track of it there.
100%.
Another quick shot, sidearm over the crossbar for Max Brunson.
Did anybody see that sidearm that went too high right there? That's exactly why you don't do sidearm.
I had a feeling you were going to say something
100%.
There.
I'll call it out every time, even if they score.
Checkets to the near hash marks. Gets inside, right on the doorstep of the crease. That shot blocked, I think, by the body of Alex Moto. Still, Green Canyon in possession. Reeder had it for a second, lost it. Now it's with Checkets. 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 16 to go in this game. Green Canyon starting to turn the Jets on. Trev Stowers takes a stick check. That ball falls out. Swatted at, and then an overhead swing and contact to the helmet. It's going to be incidental, so no penalty is going to come against Nephi Vale, but that's going to be Green Canyon's ball.
I would have assumed that was going to be a flag regardless, even if it wasn't incidental, since it was so...
double-handed overhead.
Yeah.
Checkets again, given a lot of space on the near hash marks, goes off the body of Austin Birch, kept alive by Green Canyon. 3:44 remaining in the third. Brunson circling. Brunson's got 2, looking to join Bryson Pabst in the hat trick club. Up top. Thrown across to the near side. Back to tag Checketts. Centering for Stowers. Right back to tag. Back to Stowers. They're going to play catch. Now they go off to that far side. Ben Wallace on the ball. Wallace cuts down those far side hash marks. Shoved away from the box. Goes back behind for Brunson. Thrown up top again for Stowers. He's got 10 yards of space in front of him. Right in the middle of the box. Goes left for Checketts. Checketts. Green Canyon definitely taking their time here. 3 minutes remaining in the third. Checketts took a bump, stumbled, but kept his footing and found Stowers. Stowers, 20 yards from goal, goes left again for Checketts. Checketts fires 15 yards out and missed wide. We'll excuse the sidearm there. It looked like he was trying to go around the body of Birch.
I think so too, but number 4 on that last one for the Grizzlies should have pushed a little bit more when he saw his man off a little bit on his footing, but you know what? They did fine.
Reeder finds tag Checketts, goes wide again. A little better from Checketts there. Not quite full sidearm.
Yeah, it's still a sidearm.
If it's not directly perpendicular with the ground, it's sidearm.
If he shoots overhead, he might actually get the goal on that one. He's had a lot of shots.
Another sidearm whip blocked down by some bodies. Ethan Merrill scoops it up in the end zone, taking some checks. Stays off that boundary line just barely. Centering pass right in the crease, but Reeder couldn't get there through 3 different Grizzly bodies, and now Pawnee has it. Sione is going to bounce that one towards the 50. Robinson thought he had the beat. Mitchell trying to circle back and help out. And Green Canyon's got it back across the 50. Checketts towards the middle for Stowers.
Good interception right there.
Yeah, knocked down by Birch, and he's going to take it. Spinning through 3 different Wolf bodies near midfield, behind the back pass, and now we've got whistles.
You got the timeout just in time because he just threw the side behind the back like that, like as if there was somebody right there.
So the Grizzlies call the timeout to avoid that. I would assume it's a box violation there that they're just trying to avoid. And that's been, I think, cause for a lot of these timeouts tonight. Minute 51 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, no, those box violations can make or break you right there, especially if you're just not aware of what's going on at that time. I'm telling you, when those scrums are happening like that and you're getting hounded from the other team, that goes out of your head, that box violation.
Minute 51 remaining in the third quarter, just under 14 to go through this one. Green Canyon leading it 8-5. Logan's got within 1 twice, but Green Canyon has stretched that lead back out to 3 both times. Region 11 Sports on 100.9 Light FM and Cache Valley Daily, brought to you by Cache Valley Daily. The latest news about what's going on in your community is found on CVD, including photo galleries and replays of local sports like tonight's game. Also brought to you by Cache Valley Auto Care. If you've got car problems, you can trust Cache Valley Auto Care for expert service, backed by excellent online reviews and customer satisfaction. Find coupons on their website. Green Canyon breaks the huddle. The Grizzlies just about to do the same. And for Logan right now, it's not a matter of whether they can generate some momentum, because they can. It's whether they can hold on to it and convert it into at least a tie.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Logan is in the game. Don't let that 3-goal lead right there stop Logan from anything or even take that away from them. They have been playing very fundamental, high IQ lacrosse right now, and you can't blame them for being where they're at right now. Pawnee's doing a great job. You saw the goalie coach talking to him. What can you say? Besides, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing fantastic. Let's just tighten it up a little bit.
Logan gets it across the 50 and into the box. Possession established. Now they'll drop it back for Wright. Minute 40 remaining in the third quarter. Wright looking for options, trying to get around Pabst. He gets to the right, but Pabst stays with him. Keeps him about 20 from goal. Now inside that 20-yard line. Jump shot, pulled it wide. Minute 23 remaining in the third. Heavy pressure from Herzog. Forces a bad pass. Green Canyon looking to generate something from Hayden Schramm. Still on the ground, still fighting for it. Finally scooped up by Birch. Schramm will stay on him at the 40. Giving him plenty of taps. Now a shove. Maybe another.
I wouldn't want to take those hits like that.
You got to be careful with that stick, too, for Hayden Schramm. That's a horizontal lacrosse stick.
Yeah, definitely.
And not all officials are going to let you do that.
Not every single one of them. Some you might get away with, but just depends on who's officiating this game.
Clock running down towards 40 seconds now. It looks like Wright's holding for last possession in this quarter. Now they'll get moving. Wright cuts left, spins back to his right. No shot avenue. Papps playing great defense with that short stick right now. Now across for McAllister, bounce shot wide. Stores saw it the whole way, let it go. 27 seconds remaining.
That was a great little hidden ball trick right there by number 11 on Logan. He did a fantastic job to let that number 2 open right there.
McAllister's on it. Far side of the box. Finds the entry 20 yards from goal. Screen set from Birch, and then they're going to get called for the moving screen.
Moving screen, yep. You saw it from a mile away, even from up here.
Can't shift those hips.
Nope.
10 seconds left. Schramm's got to get going. 8 seconds left. 7 seconds. 6. Someone's got to yell at him that there's no time left. Schramm over to Reeder. Reeder fires.
Nice.
Great save by Pawnee. Keeps us at 8-5 through 3.
Goodness, Pawnee's doing an amazing job right there. He knew he was going to take a shot from a long distance, so he was waiting for it.
The Grizzlies, like we've been saying, they're right there, but they're going to need a little burst of energy and some sustained momentum when we come back. It's the fourth quarter between the Wolves and the Logan Grizzlies on 100.9 Light FM.
Is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Reactive Physical Therapy will show you what actions you can take to create the reaction you desire. Reactive Physical Therapy in Providence and North Logan. Call 435-535-3677 or reactivephysicaltherapy.com.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh, we're gonna rock down to
We're back.
Electric Avenue.
It's time for the fourth quarter. Green Canyon leading 8-5 after 36 minutes of action, but the Logan Grizzlies, they've got close a couple different times, and Sione Pawnee is putting on a goaltender clinic tonight.
Definitely keeping Logan into this game right now.
Wolves win another face-off. Miles Robinson scoops it up with that 6-foot stick. Robinson's going to take it on offense now for Green Canyon. He fired, just missed the near post. And Baxter Martin loved it. Wolves going left to right in this final quarter of action. The Grizzlies going right to left. Green Canyon brings it back into play. Nice spin by Merrill. Gets to the far post. Drops it in for Reeder. And somehow Pawnee stops him from 2 feet away.
I am just blown away by how he's playing right now. Fantastic goaltending all around.
Now a big break from Thomas Nielsen. Nielsen, stutter step across the 50. Another long stickman. We've already seen a 6-foot goal from Logan today. Nielsen thinking about it. Rips one, bounces it off the near post. Just wide of Stores. 11-17 to play. Logan will keep it.
Oh, yeah. Nobody was taking him, so he just took it upon himself to shoot.
Back in play, Grizzlies find Favero. Back for McAllister. A bittersweet year this is for Logan Athletics. We found out a couple months ago that the Grizzlies were going to leave Region 11, drop down to 3A next year. at least for the next 2 years of UHSAA action. Now here's Wright, has some space about 10 yards from goal, but he's going to be ushered back temporarily by Carson Thompson. Now across to that far side, shot goes, again, wide of goal. Followed all the way out. I believe that's number 15, Marshall Saint.
At this point, Green Canyon knows that number 11 for Logan is their shooter, and so is number 2. So I think they kind of have their number. The little dodging is not really working so well.
Wright finds a window and scores.
I'll eat my words on that one, Stockton.
Sometimes you have to learn about the broadcaster jinx firsthand. That's what just happened. 8-6, the Grizzlies get one back 90 seconds into this fourth quarter.
That was amazing. Great dodge, a little bit of a sidestep, and that Superman shot. Perfect.
Grizzlies still trying to keep this interesting. As we go back to the faceoff dot, Baxter Martin and Keaton Avila have gotten very familiar with each other tonight. But instead, the Wolves are going to send, I think that's Liam Wood in. Wood wins the faceoff, and it was Liam. Robinson goes to his left for Pabst. He'll check out. Couple substitutions now. Ben Wallace and tag check. It's on, but a great pass right on the crease, in and out of the pocket for Brunson. Excuse me, no, that was Merrill. Again, Brunson's got 2 tonight, looking for his 3rd. Pabst already with 3. That pass is going to roll all the way to the crease, and they'll let that be picked up by Storrs. That was almost dangerous.
Yeah, it definitely was right there.
Storrs finds Pabst at midfield. Bryson back on offense for Green Canyon, steps inside the box, has a little pressure from behind. Now Green Canyon will just lollipop pass this one around the box. Brunson finds Checketts. Nice shot, but a great ground save.
I just cannot get enough of Pawnee right now.
Holding Green Canyon at 8 for the time being with 9.5 to go in this game. It's 8-6. For the Grizzlies, a much better showing this evening than that 2-goal outing against Bear River on Wednesday, but still looking to get even with Green Canyon. They've got close, but twice they've let that 1-goal game slip away. Nick Wright cuts to his right. Ethan Wright.
Beautiful. Just committed to that ball. Beautiful on number 4 for Logan right there. That was amazing. Keep that possession, Logan.
Birch's effort gets McAllister the ball. Now 15 yards out. He's going to shoot. Pulled it.
Not sure the call right there was paying attention to the shooter right there.
Yeah, they blew the whistle at some point during that shot attempt because Logan was closest, but it's going to be Green Canyon's ball.
I think it was I don't think it was that. I think they blew the whistle before the shot, and again, not very sure what that was about.
Storrs whips this one towards midfield. Clean catch by Wallace. Now he's going to turn on the Jets. Got to get inside that box. Gets a toe in. Official still telling him he's not in the box, and then he passes it inside. I thought he had toe tapped it, but I guess he kept along that line. Now Green Canyon playing catch along the top of the box. Liam Todd backs away. 8:22 remaining in this contest. Todd with a head of steam, spins towards the box, then shoots just over the crossbar. Almost able to get on top of that one. Back in play, Brunson. Fakes the shot, goes to his right for Merrill. Merrill go top of the box, far side. Back up top, Liam Todd. Todd, 20 yards from goal, picking up speed through the middle of the box, through 3 Grizzlies, through a 4th, but a great save from Pawnee on the doorstep. Now a tangle for the ball just outside the box on that far side of the field. Rolls out to the 30, still trying to gain possession. Wallace could not get his stick underneath it, and it's still down there on the ground. Finally, Todd picks it up. Takes a shove from behind, but absorbs it, and Green Canyon still has the ball. 7:35 to go. Now we've got a flag, and I think this is going to go against Logan.
Yeah.
Delayed penalty on the Grizzlies coming up. Brunson on the ball. It's going to go on number 13, Nephi Vale, who had that long stick goal for Logan earlier on. Ball rolls away from Todd, but he goes back and gets it. Gets past Vale. Todd,
Nice.
Big stick hit from behind from Vale. Now the Grizzlies have possession, and they'll blow this dead.
It's probably
Vale's not going to argue. He's jogging straight towards that box.
It's probably going to be a stick to the helmet on that one right there.
It's a slash, yep. So that'll be 60 seconds, 7:16 on the clock. Green Canyon will have 60 seconds or until their next goal with a man up.
You know, in the beginning of learning lacrosse, you got to be able to control your stick. And I mean, it's still high school, but, you know, sometimes it is a little bit difficult to control that 6-foot stick right there.
Bit of a shift in positioning during these man advantages for Green Canyon, but they do find the narrow angle shot, and Spencer Mitchell's on the score sheet. It only took him 10 seconds.
Pawnee can only do so much. That was a very close goal, and man, was that a rocket. So the game's not over yet, but let's keep going, Logan. Let's keep going.
7:06 remaining in the fourth quarter. 9-6, Green Canyon's lead back up to 3. Region 11 Lacrosse brought to you by State Farm agent Lana Powell. Does your high school student get good grades or have a good driving record? You could save money on their auto insurance. Call 435-752-7639. My parents loved that good grade discount.
My goodness. That face-off is just I've never seen anything like it, to tell you the truth.
Martin's got to be up above 95% on the dot today.
Yeah.
I think he lost one, and then Green Canyon lost a different one where Baxter wasn't in the circle. Every other face-off has gone to the Wolves.
Yeah, 100%. He is just phenomenal.
6:40 to play in this one. Pass down to Brunson, took a bump, though, and lost it on that near post. Really good defense from Vale. Tell you what, Nephi Vale and Sione Pawnee have been playing fantastic lacrosse for the Grizzlies tonight. They've been getting a little help from Austin Birch, Nathan McAllister. But again, just a little too far away from Green Canyon right now.
Yeah, just a little bit. The one thing Logan needs to work on is when that ball is on the ground, somebody needs to call ball and somebody needs to call man. Not saying you have to hit the man, but just crease him out. Let your man have an advantage to be able to pick up that ball, and that is one thing Logan is struggling with right now.
Quick shot from Rowley goes over the crossbar, never started descending, but Brunson's closest to it. 6:01, we're halfway through the fourth quarter. Brunson back in play. Faked that pass across the crease. He's going to go further outside for Merrill instead. Now Merrill up top. Rowley back across for Stowers. Trev Stowers fakes left, goes right to the near side hash marks. Lost the ball. Great stick work from McAllister, and he's got it. 5:40 to play. McAllister gets through one, gets across the 50. Now into the box. He's just going to keep going, looking for the shot. Spins back towards the middle. No avenues. Has to drop it back out for Birch. Now Austin Birch will sit back for just a little bit. They're trying to find a way to get right in the game, but they're not getting a substitution. Now they will. Grizzlies sitting around that box with 5:14 to play. Down 3, 9-6. Green Canyon leads. Now a substitution. It looked like Keaton Avila just couldn't hear him. Avila comes out for right, and Paps comes directly in to go man on. Almost generated a turnover.
Yeah, that wasn't the smartest move, but, they were able to capitalize on it.
Right to the middle, distant shot. Great stick save and a scoop from Stores. Jensen Stores has been looking fantastic in the late three quarters of this one. And Green Canyon breaks across midfield again with Schramm. Hayden Schramm wanted a shot. He's going to bounce one at the feet of Pawnee. Wanted a call on Birch. And now they're going to exchange words a little bit.
Yeah, I can see something going on right now.
Tell you what, Hayden Schramm is not afraid to let people know how he feels.
Oh, yeah. I mean, in the game of lacrosse and hockey, there's got to be some talk. You got to get in your man's head a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. Just got to be clean.
Right on the edge of the box. Gets to the hash marks. Whips one at Stores.
I think that got into his mask.
Yes, it did.
Wow. That was a rifle of a shot. And did you notice it was an overhand shot? So it was pretty much right on goal, Stockton.
Yep, right on goal, bounced in front of him and wedged itself inside that chrome dome.
Yeah. That's a scary feeling. I've had that happen to me as a goalie, and for a second you're sitting there waiting for that initial sting and that hurt. But
I've had it happen a couple times in baseball where the baseball gets wedged in the catcher's mask. It certainly doesn't tickle.
No, not even a little.
Pabst into the box. Going to drop this one down to the corner. Fake from Brunson. Gets himself open.
Another slash.
Centering pass. Yeah, there is a flag down for a slash on Logan. Quick shot, but a great stick save from Pawnee. The Wolves will go back on the man advantage. If they can stretch this lead out to 4,
yeah,
it might be over with 3:27 to go. Spencer Mitchell gets the short stick, and he'll go on this man advantage. Mitchell scored the last one. I'm sure they're going to go to him again.
Another slash. You know, some of those, like I said, he's been playing fantastic defense, but he does need to kind of control that stick a little bit. It's difficult, but, you know, it is very doable.
3:27, we're whistled back into action. Up top with Ethan Merrill. Back to his left for Martin. Further down those hash marks for Reeder. Fakes the shot, gets the pass in. Underhanded, awkward angle shot. Gets blocked out. Green Canyon follows it out. Tag Checkets has it. 3:15 to play in the fourth.
Number 97 or 87 on Green Canyon just has a cannon of a shot, so you know they're going to have him take some of those shots if he gets open.
He's just trying to work his way around the crease right now. Pass scooped up off the turf by Reeder. Back to Checkets. Now across another awkward angle. Almost picked that top left corner. Just off the siding of that pocket of Pawnee. Deflects all the way out that back corner of the end zone. Brought back in. Reeder up to Martin. Martin just going to fire. Missed that one on the near side. 2:53 to go. Pass to the middle, just through the stick of Ethan Merrill. Tried to swing down and free that ball up. Could not get to it, but Baxter Martin could. Now Martin over to Brunson. Brunson looking for 3. Fakes, cuts, shoots, just missed. 2:38 to play.
I know Logan wants to play a little bit of secureness right there, but somebody needed to slide on that man right there. It's way too open for this man down right now.
Up top for Martin. Baxter lets it rip. Missed to the near side.
If you've noticed, Green Canyon's taking those long-distance shots because they really can't get in right now with Logan's zone. So Logan's doing something good right now.
Thomas Nielsen has been freed from the box after that slash. Logan back to full strength.
Smart, giving it back to your goalie.
Yeah, Logan won the race for that one. They give it to Pawnee out of the end zone, and now we've got a whistle as Pawnee launches that one towards midfield and a flag.
Too many men?
Possibly. Must have been.
Yep.
No one's going to the box, though.
I think he was just trying to
get their attention.
I'm not sure.
Sawyer Rainey jogged on, then jogged off. Not kneeling in the box, though. 2:21 to play. Whistled back in. Logan across midfield. It's right. Grizzlies need the next goal, and they need it soon. Right up to McAllister. He's going to rip. Bounces that one right into the pocket for Jensen Stores.
He's definitely helping Green Canyon out right now, too, because those bounce shots aren't easy to stop.
When he's helping his season averages as well.
100%.
Came into this one with about a 37 save percentage. Pabst. Under pressure, takes a couple whacks in the rib cage, and now looks at the official, but not going to get a call.
Yeah, in the game of lacrosse, you can't hit like that.
Oh, we've got a box violation on Green Canyon.
Yeah.
Bryson Pabst thought he got into the box. He was asking for a call, but he never stepped into the box.
That's why you can't stop. You got to keep going. Take the hit and keep going. Wait till you can get the call, you know. If they're not calling it, don't complain about it.
Big hit from behind. Frees that thing up for Green Canyon. Minute 30 remaining. Over to Brunson. Brunson, bounce shot. There's your hat trick. 10-6 Green Canyon, and we're all done here.
Yep. That's probably the fork in it right there, man.
And Brunson waves him away. 10-6 Green Canyon, 90 seconds left to play. Brunson's got 3. Pabst has 3. Double hat trick night for the Wolves. Can't ask for much better, and they're going to start region play 2-0.
I mean, in all reality, Logan did play a very good game against Green Canyon, as well as Green Canyon has played this season so far. So, you know, especially with their goalie, Pawnee, I can't get enough of him. As a former goalie who honestly played every position, I know how hard it is to play between those cages.
Wolves just going to run around now in the box. Maybe they'll take another shot. Baxter Martin wants to score. Why not? 11-6 Green Canyon. They're just pouring it on, and Pawnee chucks that ball to midfield.
He's getting on his defense right now, and I just saw that. You know, your defense needs to pull it out right now because
they've been far too soft.
Yeah, you know, Pawnee can only do so much, and
when you give Green Canyon all that space, 10 to 20 yards from goal, where they can build all that momentum, what are you going to do one-on-one if you're standing still?
You're gonna be on your heels, and it shows right there what happened.
Minute 13 left. Green Canyon's largest lead of the game is 5, and they just got to it. Thanks to Baxter Martin, who's got 2 today. Several multiple goal scorers for the Wolves. A good points night. And a double-digit scoring effort is going to get them the win. Miles Robinson just lost it and took a big shove off the ball. Now another body goes flying as Nephi Vale wanted a call. He's going to get him right back, and he's just taking out some frustration.
Somebody's got to blow that whistle.
Yeah, that was a retaliation hit from Vale.
That could have gotten a little messy if the officials didn't stop that sooner than it was.
And the Grizzlies are going to call a timeout with 53 seconds left, down 5.
I mean,
confusing.
I mean, at this point, don't get your goalie any more shots on goal right there. Just keep the possession if you can.
Green Canyon's not even going to bother going into the huddle, and I think the officials are going to say they don't have any more timeouts. They've called so many.
Yeah,
checking in with the scores table, the Grizzlies are out of timeouts, and they have been.
So the possession's going to go back to Green Canyon, which is not a good thing for Logan right now.
This might turn into a double fest.
Yeah, I really hope Logan can pull out this defensive stop right now.
Now, if you're Green Canyon, here's the question. Sportsmanship, do you just walk this out or do you go get another one?
I say sportsmanship, but I'm sure they're going to pass the ball.
Yep, Spencer Mitchell ripped one.
Yep.
Green Canyon's going to follow it out. Hayden Reeder will keep it alive for the Wolves with 43 seconds to play.
No, I don't say it's sportsmanship. I just say it's an open shot, and why not take it? It would be silly for you not to at that point. But Logan's got to make it.
Great spin. Another spin from Spencer. Gets right into the box and gets bodied by Pawnee. Pawnee came out and hit him himself. That's some big dog business.
Yeah, Pawnee he's one of those.
Yeah, now we're going to have a slash on Paps as he's sidearm swinging that thing around.
I don't know why he was.
He's going to take a shove after a couple words have been exchanged. And now we've got a flag on the Grizzlies. Man, they had him in advantage and they just threw it away.
He just keeps talking. He needs to really control that a little bit. In the last game, he had the exact same thing happen to him.
Or was that second one also on Bryson?
I believe so. I think
the second one was also on Bryson.
Control. I understand the game is a little bit frustrating, but you're up almost half, and there's no reasoning for that.
He's going to go kneel for the final 16.8 seconds of this one. It'll probably end up being a 4-minute penalty if this was a regular run of play, because the first one for the slash and then the talking back.
Yeah, so it's going to probably be a slash and then a technical. Let's see.
Still no official call. Nephi Vale going to the box. Oh, yeah, the second one was on Vale maybe.
Okay, so technical and then a slash.
No, the second one wasn't. They were both on Bryson. Vale was just walking through.
Okay.
So it was a slash on Bryson, then a technical for the chatter. Grizzlies will have 17 seconds to try and get one back.
Yeah, that's got to be something that the coach needs to work on a little bit with him. I understand you're passionate about the game, but you can't allow that to happen. Imagine if this was a closer game.
Birch up top. 10 seconds to play. Over to McAllister, right side. McAllister hesitated. They don't have time to do all that.
No, they got to shoot.
3 seconds left. 2 seconds. 1 second.
Shoot.
Birch gets it off and misses wide. That's it. Green Canyon wins 11-6. And some extracurriculars from Hayden Schramm pointing Birch away from his team.
Yeah, Pawnee's pretty much just doesn't want to be talked to right now. And that means that he's really passionate about the game, and he loves the sport, and he loves his team, so why not be a little upset? Now he's accepting the praise, and good on him.
A lot chippier game than I expected between these two. I expected that kind of emotion out of the Green Canyon Skyview game Wednesday night, but we got it tonight instead.
Well, Green Canyon was, I think, a little shocked on how Logan came out in the beginning. Logan came out with a head full of steam, and they played great.
They kept it 4-3 at halftime, and you got to give them credit there. Pawnee had a great game, just got left out to dry too many times in this fourth quarter.
Exactly. And the fact that he yelled at his defense at the very end and not throughout the game shows a lot of class on his end as well.
Let's go ahead and get your final thoughts, Preston. We've got a couple extracurriculars to take care of. First of all, just a quick game recap brought to you by Old Grist Mill. Have you tried the fantastic breakfast sandwiches served at the South Logan and Smithfield locations? You're going to love it. Bake fresh daily. Preston, if you could sum this up in 10 seconds, what would you say?
I'd say Logan played a fantastic game, but at the end of the day, Green Canyon is a phenomenal team, and you can't leave them open as much as Logan did. But Logan can tighten it up throughout the season, and I think they can go again if they just pursue it a little bit more.
I'd add that some team in this region has got to figure out a way to get Green Canyon out of possession.
100%. Green Canyon just has a phenomenal passing game, and being able to crash on the cage like that, they got to find a way to do it. Someone has to.
Now let's talk about the save of the game brought to you by Young Toyota and Young Honda for 100 years, delivering an exceptional customer experience. Think young, drive young. It's been several different candidates for Pawnee, and I'm not sure we can really single one out, so I'm going to give that award to the entire effort that we saw from Sione Pawnee tonight.
100%. The last few seconds when he jumped out of the cage to stop it right there, maybe a little aggression came out, but I mean, why not? You can hit out. If a goalie can hit, so take it.
And a big nod to Jensen Stores as well, who
100%.
struggled a little bit early in this one. Doesn't have the best numbers coming into it, but made some awesome saves in the final 3 quarters of this one. He really just looked a little rocky in that first, and then he settled in immediately.
100%. He kept Green Canyon just in the game as much as Pawnee did, and you can't take it away from him. He stopped a lot of bounce passes, which can go any direction if it wanted to, so good on him.
Now finally, our Napa Auto Parts best part of the game. Napa has the parts and oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best. They're locally owned and operated from Preston to Providence. If you could pick just one part of this game and say that was the moment of this game, what are you going to go with?
The coast to coast, when he was able to shoot it from Green Canyon, when he took it from coast to coast. Bryson took it from coast to coast, no assist, shot on goal, and scored. I think that was a phenomenal possession right there.
Yeah, Paps played both ends of the field very well as a midfielder tonight.
Definitely.
The defensive, excellent man-on defense, especially at the top of the box on the defensive end, and then just a lot of speed, a lot of talent coming out of him as he was able to take that probably, I'd say, 85 yards from end to end.
Oh, yeah, and he wasn't just not taking shots. He was getting stick-checked and body-checked and still found a way to get to the cage. So that play right there, is my opinion, is the best.
That is going to do it for us here from North Logan. One more big thank you to the Green Canyon Booster Club. The Boosters support sports throughout the year and would like to say thanks to all the local businesses and individuals who support Green Canyon, its students, and allow us to come out here and give you this Region 11 spring sports coverage. We'll be back next week. Really, who knows where, who knows when, but we'll find some times to get in and get some more lacrosse coverage, maybe some soccer, maybe some baseball, maybe some softball. There's a whole lot going on in the next couple months. But for Preston Rice, I'm Stockton Juke saying thank you so much for tuning in on 100.9 and Cache Valley Daily. We will see you next week for some more spring sports right ahead of spring break.
Have a great night.
Otros 11 bonitos que veo en San Juan.
This has been a presentation of Region 11 Spring Sports on 107.7 FM and CacheValleyDaily.com. This broadcast of Region 11 Sports has been brought to you by Cache Valley Daily and the Cache Valley Media Group, covering the Skyview Bobcats, Green Canyon Wolves, Logan Grizzlies, Bear River Bears, Ridgeline Riverhawks, and Mountain Crest Mustangs. Watch replays of previous games on CacheValleyDaily.com.